Good evening and welcome to the Channel Studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. Erin Patterson has been found guilty of murdering 3 relatives and attempting to murder another at a family lunch in 2023 in Australia.
I just can't fathom what has happened. I just can't fathom what has happened.
The 50-year-old cooked and served beef Wellington at her home in Victoria. It was later found to contain death cap mushrooms. Patterson's in-laws, Don and Gail Patterson, and Gail's sister Heather Wilkinson died within days. Photos showing leftovers from the beef Wellington meal were released by the Supreme Court of Victoria after the verdict. The prosecution argued Patterson knowingly put the toxic mushrooms in the home-cooked lunch, lied to police and disposed of the evidence. Patterson's defence was that she accidentally included the poisonous fungi and lied because she panicked. At least 81 people have been confirmed dead in central Texas and another 41 are missing following flash floods. 68 of the fatalities, including 28 children, were in Kerr County, where a Riverside Christian girls' camp was deluged. 10 girls and a counsellor from Camp Mystic are still missing. There are 5 confirmed casualties in Travis County, 3 in Burnett County, 2 in Williamson County, 2 in Kendall County, and 1 in Tom Green County. Figures are changing quickly as rescuers continue to search for the missing, and officials say the death toll is certain to rise. After 21 months of war, there are growing hopes of a new Gaza ceasefire announcement as Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu meets US President Donald Trump in Washington. Trump previously told reporters he had been very firm with Netanyahu about ending the conflict and that he thought we'll have a deal this week. Indirect talks between Israel and Hamas on a US-sponsored proposal for a 60-day ceasefire and hostage release deal resumed in Qatar on Sunday evening. However, it is unclear whether key differences that have consistently held up an agreement can be overcome. US President Donald Trump has hit out at his former close ally Elon Musk over the multi-billionaire's plan to launch a new political party. Taking to X, he posted, "We live in a one-party system, not a democracy. Today, the America Party is formed to give you back your freedom." Musk has repeatedly criticised government policies that increase the US national debt. Sir Keir Starmer, the Tory leader Kemi Badenoch and the Duchess of Edinburgh were among politicians and dignitaries who attended a memorial service at St Paul's Cathedral on the 20th anniversary of the 7/7 London bombings, during which 4 bombers attacked central London, killing 52 people and injuring hundreds more. Memorial services took place throughout the day to remember the victims, and their families have been gathering at the scenes of the attack.
7/7 was a seminal moment that changed the structure of CT policing, and whilst of course we've changed as a result of events and threats since then, we learnt a lot on 7/7, and that sustains us in terms of our regional model today.
Kenya's security forces have blocked all major roads leading to central Nairobi ahead of nationwide protests. Much of the city centre was deserted with businesses shut and a heavy security presence on the streets before protesters took to the streets, throwing rocks and homemade petrol bombs. Some schools advised students to stay at home. Hundreds of early morning commuters and overnight travellers were stranded at checkpoints, some located more than 10 kilometres from the city centre, with only a few vehicles allowed through. And archaeologists have announced the discovery of an ancient city in Peru's northern Barranca province. The 3,500-year-old city, named Penico, is believed to have served as a key trading hub, connecting early Pacific coast communities with those living in the Andes Mountains and the Amazon basin. Located some 200 kilometres north of Lima, the site is thought to have been founded between 1,800 and 1,500 BC, around the same time that early civilizations were flourishing in the Middle East and Asia. Researchers say the discovery sheds light on what became of the America's oldest civilization, the Corral. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the Channel Studios in Lagos.